This is an ajib point, if we think about it. And I really like this subject and this point, and we also need to think about this. That why does an individual sin? Why does a person sin? We don't understand. We'll say, oh, it's a small sin or it's a big sin. Then we'll do tawbah again. Then we'll go towards the sin again. No. We will not look at women or girls. Then we'll look at girls. Oh, I won't look at impure things or sinful things, and we'll still look again. What's the reason behind this? The reason is, as we learn from this hadith, is that within the action of sin there is a taste, a sort of, you could say, if we give it a title, enjoyment, and that's hidden, concealed, and we consider it as enjoyment or as a good taste, but rather this is not the enjoyment. We think, yeah, there's proper enjoyment. If there's no enjoyment or taste in sin, then nobody would sin. If there's no good feeling, effect of sin, then a person wouldn't go towards it. It was the Prophet ﷺ said that there's no enjoyment in this. The fire is burning, it's glowing, it's enraged, it's got a lot of light coming out, looks good, looks beautiful, but it isn't good. Enjoyment is that, just like the moths and the wings, they burn in the fire. In the same way, this is fire, this sin. And if I think this is enjoyment and taste, and I implement this sin, then I will burn in the fire. So every time when a person is drawing towards sin, attracted towards sin, then it's that draw, that taste, that so-called excitement, and we should consider it as artificial. It's a deception, it's a delusion. There's no taste in this, there's no enjoyment in this. It's fake, it's not genuine. So insan, the Holy Prophet ﷺ stated that this so-called taste and enjoyment, just like the fire is burning in rage and we run after it, we run after enjoyment, that there's a taste and enjoyment in it, but there's no taste in it, there's no enjoyment. What is the conclusion of the sin? What is the conclusion? Just like the moth burns or the wings burn, or whoever goes towards the fire burns, because we think there's attraction in it. So what's stopping us from doing it? That, oh, let's stop this animal, this bird, etc. We're stopping animals or creatures going to the fire, that you will burn. And this is the same way the Prophet ﷺ said, just like you humans stop animals or creatures going to fire, I am grabbing hold of you, stopping you, holding you from your backs, don't go to the fire, and you're going to the fire. So no, don't never consider sin as a good taste. Yes, where is there good taste and enjoyment? Subhanallah. Taste and enjoyment are in those deeds that Rasulullah ﷺ has encouraged us to do. That's where you get true taste and enjoyment. Yes, one is nafs and fake enjoyment, the fire. That's not enjoyment and taste. But Rasulullah ﷺ said those deeds and actions I've told you to do, implement those and then see the taste you will acquire. That is permanent taste, subhanallah. Permanent. All of the amal Rasulullah ﷺ stated, why shouldn't there be taste in there? Why shouldn't be enjoyment in there? There's so much taste and enjoyment. Because from that blessed statement of the Prophet ﷺ, those amal have been distributed to world. You can take hundreds of thousands of honeys, combine them from the whole world, they cannot achieve the sweetness of the words of the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ. There's no greater, sweeter statement than Nabi ﷺ. The Prophet ﷺ's orders, his advices, his statements that do these actions, A, B, C, D. Rasulullah said pray tahajjud. Rasulullah said recite Quran, do tilawah. Can there be a greater, more sweet action than this? Do we know about these days of Dhul Hijjah? That same morning, same evening, night, day, we're eating, drinking. We don't know what's happening. Who knew about the greatness and the taste of these days? But from that blessed statement of the Prophet ﷺ, he said that these 10 days of Dhul Hijjah, my brothers, the Prophet ﷺ stated that these are extremely beloved to Allah, and He likes these days immensely, and the amal that are done in these 10 days, they will be greater and better than those normal days throughout the rest of the year. Nabi ﷺ said that you are surprised. The Shaykh said that you are surprised from morning till evening. I am busy in dhikr and I remember Allah. And you're surprised about this. He said, shall I ask you something or shall I tell you something? They said, yes. He was aside because first they swore that they would keep the thing to themselves. Then he said that all of the kings in the world, all of the kings of the world, and he mentioned all of the sultanates and the kingdoms and the lands, and he said if they realize today that what taste and enjoyment I'm getting from dhikr, say subhanallah. This is the dhikr that we're doing now, that we do all the time. So the Shaykh said that the enjoyment and taste I'm getting from the dhikr of Allah, he said I swear by Allah that all the kings and leaders of the world, they will leave their lands and kingdoms and they'll run after me, and behind me they'll come. Subhanallah. So he was asked that what is the taste in this? Is there money, women, kingdom, leadership? They couldn't see. They couldn't see the taste. He said that the tongue that has ushered these words,